Hi, welcome to my channel. I have a new episode. This one is going to be a little bit different, touching on current events and generally my excitement over potentially RFK Jr. on the precipice of being confirmed. I personally am looking forward to it because it gives me hope. He brings a different set of experiences that perhaps will propel our healthcare into even more of a beneficial journey for everyone. And I do have a kind of a list of some of the potential uh, points and advantages of possibly RFK Jr. and impacts that'll have on the healthcare that particularly uh, cancer patients and other people who are struggling with their health and how to improve it, different ways of tackling the healthcare issue as a whole, and it kind of it symbolizes my approach on battling cancer. And again, if you're new here, please like and subscribe. The purpose of my channel is basically to share my journey, to share some of the research information that I gather. And I'm currently in the middle of a battle myself. I have stage 4 breast cancer. So, again, welcome. And to begin, uh, RFK is a very, very healthy older individual, and I think he can demonstrate how one can turn their health journey around. As many people know, perhaps many decades ago, he was struggling with drug issues, and he was able to defeat the struggle he had with that. And he's turned his life around. I think he provides an excellent example of someone who can navigate the healthcare system and navigate their own health to improve it, and demonstrates how that can be done, and looking great at, I believe he's 70 years old now. It's incredible to see the shape that he's in. I think most of us would have to admire that, especially being at that age. So I think he provides a great example, and I'm very hopeful. I don't think you have to be on one side of the aisle or the other. I think this is just it's a healthcare issue. Um, so some of the main points that I think RFK Jr. will address, and I think as a byproduct improve the chances of people not getting cancer, and improve the overall lifespan and outlook of people who are struggling with disease, like cancer and others, and basically finding possible solutions. And I think everybody needs to be on the same team to battle that. I just think that there's so many people are struggling with various diseases. Something has to change and be done. So um, I have a friend who's concerned because of his stance on vaccines, which you have to investigate what his stance really is. I'm not going to go through that in this particular podcast episode right now, to address where he stands or where he says he stands and the reasons, and so on, or his specific healthcare or health situation, why his voice is the way it is. But anyways, I just wanted to bring up points of why I'm hopeful to have someone in there who will transform the healthcare system. Something has to be done. Okay, so there again, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, but everyone needs to you need to lift everyone's healthcare up, and you need to lift everyone's potential of being healthier up. And I think that he offers that as um, a being a big impact on that. So let's begin. Uh, he was a lawyer. I believe he's still a lawyer and has practiced. I think he's stepping away from that for right now. But he's had a focus on clean living, detoxification. So avoiding your toxins and detoxifying your system, your environment. Uh, I think that's self-explanatory. There's concerns. We've learned more about Teflon and other chemicals, your microplastics, and so on, and that has an impact. So I don't think research or science has any dispute with that. I think that research has shown that that's a problem. The next is diet and nutrition. I think that by focusing on organic and natural and whole foods is a great step forward. Uh, Emphasizing a focus on, sorry, as you know, I have cats, and that's another one. He's a rescue. His name's Grayson. He shouldn't be walking there, but anyways, it's hard to control when you're in the middle of talking. Uh, Anti-inflammatory foods, so focus on that. Reducing your sugars and processed foods. I think that um, we need to look into what we're getting into our bodies, what we're exposed to, and finding out. Now, I lived in Europe briefly for um, over half a year, and the foods that they had were different, even if they had the same brand. I'd like answers on why that is. And so I'm hopeful that RFK will tackle that. The next one is increasing physical activity. There's a crisis with that, of lack of activity in our lifestyle as Americans. So bringing back the idea of regular exercise and your mind body connection, and just exploring avenues of increasing people's physical uh, activity, reducing that sedentary lifestyle. Some people have said that that is a healthcare crisis, and some research has indicated that it's as bad as smoking cigarettes. So I don't know if that's a fact, but if some research indicates that, that needs to be looked into. The next one is the mental health, emotional health care that we have for Americans. I think that needs to be addressed, and have a broad spectrum of tools and resources out there, um, and healthy avenues for people to reach out when they're struggling. People are struggling. When you have a deadly disease like what I'm battling, cancer, it's important to be able to deal with your mental and your emotional health, and try and manage your stress, manage your emotions, and having good avenues for releasing those. So I'm looking forward to RFK's input and guidance on improving that. The next one is he's a big advocate for clean water and air. Again, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, I think that we all want to see clean air and clean water. I believe there's a motion to remove fluoride from our water. Again, do your own research, but research has shown that there's some issues with the fluoride in the water. I've personally removed fluoride from my toothpaste and my dental hygiene. I won't go into it in this particular episode, but I can explain what the reasons and the immediate response my body had, and just some of the byproduct of that and improvements that I've seen. And I'm very conscious of dental hygiene. So again, that'll be covered in a future video at some point. I think that he brings a healthy skepticism of pharmaceuticals. I think that the idea that there's a pill for everything or medication for everything needs to be explored. Looking at natural remedies, not vilifying those, and looking into alternatives, I think is a healthy thing. Again, I believe it's a way of looking at, you can add to your toolbox on battling disease, improving your health, and the better your toolbox, the more advantage you have of either beating a disease or improving your overall health. I think that he's advocated for vaccine safety. I believe personally that that's extremely important before, and I think people need to make informed decisions before they decide they want a vaccine of this, that, and the other. And I don't think that's a heavy lift on doing that. I think that again, building everybody up just makes for a healthier society, and healthier people, just overall, and kids and seniors, and just overall. It just, I'm not entirely sure how someone can have an issue with looking into the safety issues, just like how your air and your water, testing your air and your water is done regularly and is important in our society. So education and awareness. I think that he brings a healthy outlook on doing your own research. And I'll regularly say this. It'll be kind of like a broken record. So, but it's important for you to do your own research. There is no excuse why anyone who's able to navigate the internet, there's a ton of resources, there's a ton of links, a lot of organizations, nonprofits, where you can do your own research and gather information to make informed decisions about your health, your journey. So bringing that sense of education and awareness, having more broad access to information, I'm looking forward to that. That was one of my top reasons. I don't believe in the censorship of the information. I'll just be upfront. The censorship of information for deadly diseases is just unacceptable. Okay, so Um, and again, I regretted that when my mom was battling cancer, even my dad to some degree, but more my mother, I didn't have the enough information out there. It was just not available. Um, there was some information, but alternatives and just more exploring other people's journeys, that was not yet uh, available. You could go to the library, you can consult with the hospital, things like that, but actually having access to some of this research and information it just wasn't plentiful. And I was on the internet back then and stuff, but it was just not to the degree it is right now. And I would say the other one is I think he brings also a ethical living. He's dedicated a portion of his life to the environment. Uh, I don't believe he's a perfect person. I don't know of anyone that is, but I think that he brings an honest perspective on tackling how real health issues that people have and is concerned about it. I think he has a genuine concern over this, and that's important. If you're not genuine, don't expect the results. Don't expect things to improve. Um, so he brings kind of a more moral, spiritual, and ethical living perspective. And there again, if you're not familiar with him, there's a lot of interviews out there with him explaining his belief on various issues, his journey, healthcare journey, what he's done as far as in his professional career, where he stands right now, where he's stood throughout the years. He's been actually fairly consistent, and so I'm excited. I think my understanding is they're having debates, or um, and I think that his confirmation hearing is going to be tomorrow, or the voting is going to be tomorrow. So I'm hoping that he'll be voted in and get to work. I think he's already gotten to work. I think he has brought in some people and into the departments and stuff to start, this journey of making America healthy again. Um, and I believe in it. So, anyways, that is the episode for today. Please again like and subscribe, comment. For those of you who are just unsure about RFK Jr., again, he's very open. He's been on many podcasts, and just explore what he has to say. Doesn't hurt. And again, look forward to making America healthy again. Uh, so until the next episode, thank you for watching, and talk with you later. Bye.